ebb and flow, highs and lows. Man, it's too dark. These sunglasses, even though those gator shades are fire. The ebb and flow, like the tides. They rise up and they move out. Those peaks and valleys, man, I'm talking about life. Talking about those proverbial moments of being down. those pinnacle moments of being up, flying high. There cannot be a better or more important lesson than learning how to flow through both and come out better regardless. And definitely don't let either take you off your path. Move you off that divine journey you're on. Many times we'll find that those lows are self-induced. And in my case they are. Yes, external tragedies out of your control happen. But often, those are a lot less and a lot less frequent than the things we do to ourselves, than the actions we take to self-sabotage. Because a lot of those are rooted in those daily habits. A lot of those are rooted in our, like we talked about, that self-talk. Ebb and flow, highs and lows. Man, it happens throughout the day. To me, definitely. As I became a little more fucking responsible for not only my actions, but also my internal state. When I began to take responsibility for my internal state and being like, I need to be more aware of where I'm at vibrationally, because that affects, when you're at that low vibrational state, you seek vices, and that's when those self-sabotaging behaviors happen. When you're flying high, when you're feeling good and on that high frequency, you're not having negative thoughts. You're not seeking out those detrimental, damaging things. No, you're feeling good. That's why people at night, and they're a little tired, little sleepy pandas, they seek out those little snacky poos in the fucking cupboard. That's why when people wake up, they're negative. It's because their vibration's low. I had to learn, and I'm talking about, let's say, there's macro highs and lows and micro highs and lows, right? Those macros are those big life things. You know, the job promotion, the divorce, the winning the fucking lottery, the bankruptcy. You feel me? Those are the macros. Then you have those micros day to day, and those are more important. I shouldn't say more important, they're as important because they're a lot more frequent and they stack up. And being able to move through in a fluid manner, both, is extremely important because it's gonna dictate whether you're gonna be successful or not. A successful person is a master at navigating peaks and valleys. That's the truth. Their ability to manage stress is better, so they don't get derailed by either, right? Because people get derailed by both. What have I said before? Man, when you're peaking, that's the time to lock it on because it's about to come down. What goes up must come down, and it's going to come down a lot faster if your daily habits and your self-worth isn't built up nice and slow and consistent, so you have that solid foundation, right? If you want to build a skyscraper, you got to dig deep. If you haven't dug deep and you've only done some superficial work on the surface and you started building, shit's gonna come fucking crashing down and you're gonna have to rebuild. But at that low point, if you're rebuilding and you're looking at a bunch of rubble, it's an opportunity to rebuild with only the pieces you want and the ones that you know are going to be beneficial for you moving forward. And you can leave all the other bullshit that didn't work on the ground, behind. Navigating ebbs and flows, man. Highs and lows. Staying right in the middle. Smooth and consistent. Right? Success doesn't flash, it glows. That's the truth. You don't want flashes of anything. You want to stay cool, calm, collected, dangerous, and controlled all the time. Easier said than done, I'll admit that. How does that look in my life? Man, I don't have any bad days. But that's definitely not saying I feel perfect all the time. That would be fucking insane. That's not the truth. Man, I have anger. I've talked about the dark passenger. Man, I got lots of shit I got to work through every day, every morning. I go to a dark place in my self-reflection often. Things I can't change. The trick is I don't dwell on it, right? I'm aware of it. I face it. I accept it and understand it. I don't deny it. Right? Acceptance is paradise. Your resistance is hell. Accept the things that are on your mind. Right? You don't need to deny them. It takes a lot of power away from them when you shine lights on them. It also builds that control. When you know you're that solid navigator, you have the ability to venture through those micro highs and lows throughout the day because you take that deliberate action. How do I apply that, right? Let's talk about application. I'm all about application. I know I start a little negative, so I go right into work. I go right into some movement, right? I do my Mike Tyson push-ups. Anybody that on my Instagram, they see every day. If you're not on Instagram, go on there. You can follow me every day. TCAV official. You'll see me. I record my morning process. I record how I go through that, what I do. It's a process of subtraction. I subtract those negative emotions by bumping up my frequency. Immediately, I move right into it. Open up that optimistic lens. I do some visualization, right? That puts me in my clear, directed framework of where I need to be, where I'm going for that day and in the future. Then I move into my day. Right? Then I stay doing positive frequency building activities. Deliberate. Now, I always know that I get on client calls, I'll do work, then I'll get on my downward trajectory. I'm very aware of how my rhythm works. I usually, when I'm on calls all day and I'm not outside, and I usually start to get a little negative about 2 p.m. A lot of people do. But most people stay there. And then they just become fucking assholes driving slow in the fast lane. Being a dumbass, right? Wrapped up in their own world. I immediately move, right? I'll go get some sunlight. I'll go get a quick little workout. If I don't have time, I'll do 10, 15 burpees, right? Do some deliberate acts. The problem is people are fucking lazy. And they want to take ownership. When you are aware enough and you've trained and worked on self enough to where you're aware of your own internal state, that you have emotional discipline and enough ownership to go, I'm low, let's fix it, I'm back, I'm clear. I can come correct now for yourself and everybody else in your life. That's being a fucking adult. Not vomiting negativity all over everybody just because you're a little cunt and can't fucking, and I'm talking everybody, right? And I've been there too, right? Be deliberate. Live that deliberate life. The way to navigate those highs and lows is by taking deliberate action, not letting life push you down and staying down because that's the situation. Fix it. Once you realize you're low, change it. Change your direction. change your trajectory for the day. Then move in, navigate the rest of it in an efficient manner. Now the macros require strategy and then movement, but always action. The micros and the macros require action, all of it. You can't think your way out of a bad situation. You can't think your way out of a situation you acted your way into. Remember that. If you brought yourself there, you're not going to think your way out. You're going to act your way out. You're going to move your way out. Then you're going to hit that next peak. Don't forget what you had to do on the way up and out of that valley when you get there. That's the time to lock it on. That's the time to double down on the self-development. That's the time to double and triple down on your focus. Subtract even more. That's not serving you. Always look for areas to tighten the dial. Ebbs and flows, highs and lows, man. Move with them. Understand when they're happening. Take that step back. Always maintain psychological and emotional discipline. That's the most important piece. Maintain your framework. Maintain perspective. Slow it down. Either way. If you're going down and you're plummeting, slow it down. If you're going up and you're peaking, slow it the fuck down. Reassess. Take another inventory. And identify what's working and what's not. And what's not, cut it. That's people, places, things. Fucking later. Chop it. Be smart. Out here.